Hey everybody, Tim and Julie here for some more Batman reviews. We have finished the Tim Burton movies anthology series, because technically half of it's Joel Schumacher, whatever. We have now gone back and done Batman the Animated Series, or at least starting it. I feel like we're just going to kind of do a random number of episodes at a time. This time we did 4, because I feel like 4 is a good number. So I want to make it very clear before we start, we are going in production order, not in broadcast order. That's very important because broadcast order was all over the place. Like they would show like part 1 of an episode and then some other random episodes and then part 2. It didn't make any sense. This is like the deemed viewing order. So, season 1, episodes 1, 2, 3, and 4, On Leather Wings, Christmas with the Joker, Nothing to Fear, and The Last Laugh. I absolutely love the animated series, so I'm super biased. You could watch, and by all means, you could watch this and you could be like, this is stupid. Like, absolutely hate it. This was for kids in 1992. That's absolutely fine. Like I said, I'm wearing this shirt. My Joker tattoo is based off of this specific series. This is the series I grew up with, so I'm going to be watching it with like that nostalgic view, like absolutely love it type thing. Your first time viewing this series,
yes.
What did you think? We'll start with you can tell me what you think, and then we'll dive into each episode.
I liked it. It was different, but I enjoyed it. I liked it.
So this came out after Batman Returns, shortly. So they actually about the same time. So it's based off of the Tim Burton stuff. A lot of voice actors in it. And like I said, first 4 episodes, as we keep going further into it, you'll see more depth into it. So we'll start with the first one, On Leather Wings, Man-Bat. Your first experience to the Man-Bat.
Mm-hmm.
Kirk Langstrom, I've seen him in so many comics and stuff. What do you think of Man-Bat specifically as a new villain?
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah. He's basically like the foil of Batman. He's the opposite.
Just the opposite, yeah.
A lot of voice actors in this one. Richard Mole shows up, who's in several episodes. He's a character actor. Like I've seen him in everything from like the old game shows for whatever.
Richard Mole, wasn't he in? I just had it. Give me a moment out.
Okay. Think about it. What I think of is for whatever reason the Flintstones, because he's very very tall and just kind of plays that type of character. He's just a background character, but he's a fantastic actor. So he's in it and he plays Harvey Dent, who we've seen Harvey Dent and we've seen Two-Face in Batman 1989 and then Two-Face in Batman Forever. So they're already kind of setting up who the Harvey Dent character is. We meet Dr. March, who is Kirk Langstrom's father-in-law. He is voiced by René Auberjonois, who, as I've said before, he plays Odo in Deep Space Nine, and he had a very, very short cameo in Batman Forever. So technically he did this first, and then he showed up in that. And then the big cameo appearance for this one is Kirk Langstrom himself, the guy who becomes the Man-Bat, is Mark Singer. Probably the first thing, when I hear of Mark Singer, the first thing I think of is V. Like back in the 80s. With the aliens, and he was like the main character in V. So we get that. As we started it, I had asked you a trivia. I'm going to throw you right under the bus. When we watched the title sequence, what did you notice, or what did you not notice?
I didn't notice anything out of the ordinary. I don't know.
That's the point. You got it. You didn't mean to, but you got it. So there's 2 things. One, the theme song is right from the 1989 movie. Like it's the same theme. Number 2, I'm so excited. Like I love this series. Number 2, what you didn't notice is they never once whenever you watch a TV show, what is at the end of the title sequence? The title. Never do they say Batman. They never say Batman. They never say Batman the animated series. They never say anything. All you do is see Batman fight a bunch of criminals, and then it ends with him literally this scene where he's standing on the building and lightning.
Okay.
They never say Batman. And the reason behind that, when they wrote it, they were like, we shouldn't have to say it's Batman. Like, you should watch it and just know it's Batman. Compared to like the 1966 theme where it's nothing but Batman. Batman. Okay, what are we watching? Batman!
Yeah.
This one, nothing. All you get is the title. It's amazing. So one of the creators is Bruce Timm, who is the drawer. He's the animator, illustrator. Met him several times at Comic-Con. He comes to Portland and Seattle all the time. And I attended a panel for him one time, and he had commented how, like, this was the heyday of cartoons. 1992, especially WB. I mean, we got, like, Tiny Toons, we got the Animaniacs, we got all sorts of stuff. One of the things that they did for Batman, the animated series, was rather than... everything's hand-drawn, but when you think of hand-drawing, you get a piece of paper and you draw on it.
Right.
They didn't do that. For this one, because it's Batman, as we've commented, everything in 1966 takes place during the day because it's easier to film during the day. Compared to the Tim Burton movies where it's all at night, this TV show, it's all at night. They used black paper. So it's all black paper, and then they drew on the black paper to make it pop more.
Okay.
So rather than like, here's a white sheet of paper, I'm going to draw Batman, and now I'm going to color everything behind him black because it's nighttime, let's just start with black paper and then make everything shine out of that. If we want the building to show, if we want Batman to show, if we want the car to show, boom, it's going to show because it's all black. Absolutely love that. That is a fantastic art technique. So we get that. I'm not going to tell you why, but I'll tell you right now, one of the opening lines, for one, this series takes place in a world where, like, if you imagine like the 1930s World Fair had continued forever.
Okay.
That's why there's blimps everywhere. One of the very first lines is a Gotham officer in one of the blimps, and he says, "Did you see that?" That's all I'm saying. Just remember that. It's going to be a long time before I bring that up again. Like months. But just remember that. Put that in the very back of your noggin. Because I want to bring it up again. We get that. Like I said, so we meet Harvey and we meet Bullock. Bullock is an important character that we see a lot of. He's been in the comics for a long time. This is his first appearance in animated form. Years down the road in the TV show Gotham, we'll see him in live action. But we get that. This is all just the first episode.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Like, it's forever. I'm so excited. So the first episode.
But as a kid, I remember seeing blimps come around.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You know, every summer or so, we see blimps flying.
I mean, I can remember seeing, like, the Goodyear blimp.
Yeah.
Or a dirigible, as they're also known. But yeah, no, blimps aren't really a thing anymore, are they?
No, I haven't.
Never really thought about it. But that's, and again, that's literally what I just said is kind of from, like, the Bruce Timm, where imagine the 30s World Fair continued. Episode 2, Christmas with the Joker. Already said it to you, because I tried. You guys, we watched 4 episodes. I was like, do you know who voices the Joker? And she's like, I don't know. I was like, I'll tell you in the review, and it'll be a surprise. Fuck it. Can't even wait. 30 seconds. It's Mark Hamill. Oh my god. I lost my shit. And it's just, it's Luke Skywalker. It's so great. It's so amazing. So many videos of him, like, talking about, like, driving in traffic, rehearsing the laugh, and people are, like, next to him, like, it's great. So we see the Joker and we see Robin in this episode.
Mm-hmm.
So this is now your third Robin, because you've seen Burt Ward, you've seen Chris O'Donnell, and you've seen this one. This is your third Joker, because you've seen Cesar Romero, Jack Nicholson, and now Mark Hamill. I've said it before, because it's hard for me, so I'm trying. This is why I keep saying it to you. They're all different people. They're all different universes. How do you feel like this Joker and this Robin kind of fit? Like, what'd you think of them?
They fit in pretty good.
Pretty good? Okay.
Yeah.
They bring up A Wonderful Life.
It's my favorite movie.
It's your favorite movie.
movie.
I'm going to throw it out there.
Okay.
I am just like Batman. I don't think I've ever actually seen it. Like, all the way, beginning to end.
It is great.
So,
I love Jimmy Stewart. He's great.
I do like Jimmy Stewart as well. Like, more of like 5 Goes West, Rear Window, Vertigo, stuff like that.
Maybe Thanksgiving or Christmas.
But,
we'll
for sure. 100%.
For sure.
100%. Do you prefer... Because I know there's a black and white version and a color version. Do you have a preference? Does it matter?
It doesn't matter. If it's on TV, I'm going to watch it.
Okay. At least by Christmas, I guarantee you will watch it. 100%. But I've been putting it off for that reason. My accent came out right there. I've been drinking too much. But I love how they kept bringing it up, as well as the Betty blooper doll. Because it is a copyright, so in this show, they make a lot of little references where they can't quite say it.
Yes, they have.
But obviously Betty Boop, so stuff like that. Really, really liked it. Episode 3, Nothing to Fear. Your first experience to the Scarecrow. So, you've seen the Man-Bat. The Joker you've already seen. Boop, skip over that. Betty Blooper, skip over it. So we've seen Man-Bat. We'll talk about him a little bit more, because reoccurring villain. Skipping over the Joker. The Scarecrow. Major villain. We will see him in live action eventually in a movie once we get to that point. What do you think of the Scarecrow?
He wasn't very scary.
He wasn't. Fuck the Scarecrow.
No, he wasn't. He didn't seem very scary to me.
Okay. So Dr. Jonathan Crane. His main thing, we kind of talked about him for Batman and Robin. Because if they had made a 5th one, he would have been the villain, supposedly. If you don't have to answer if you don't want to. But his whole thing is if he had fear gas. He uses fear gas and he makes you hallucinate. If you got gassed by the Scarecrow, do you know what you would see?
My biggest fear is anthills.
Really?
Yeah.
No judgment. No.
When I lived in Virginia.
Oh.
As a young kid.
Got it. That's all you had to say.
The neighbor boy, he was ornery, pushed me. There was an anthill between our houses, and he pushed me in it.
Oh, fuck that.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Nope. So before I get to mine, like when I lived in Arkansas, and it's funny because living here in the Northwest, we live in the Portland, Oregon area. And it's amazing to talk to people who don't know anything about the South.
Right.
Or the East. Like, I was talking to somebody else. I forgot why it came up, but, like, Wile E. Coyote and the Roadrunner came up. And I was like, Roadrunners are so short. And they're like, what are you talking about? I was like, when I grew up in Arkansas, like, walking to school and stuff, like, I would see Roadrunners in the yards of houses. And they're little bitty birds. Like, they're not very tall. Also, when I grew up in Arkansas, specifically Hope, which is where Bill Clinton came from, anthills, 3 feet tall. Not even a joke. 3 feet tall anthills. You would know them from far away. You'd be like, don't fuck with that. That is not a dirt hill, because you could always tell the tourists, because they'd be like, what is that? Stay the fuck away, because they will bite you. Like, and people in this area, they're just like, oh, look, little ants. And, like, we have an ant problem. And Jordan's like, oh, we just put some, like, the taro traps and we're good. I'm like, you don't know what ants are. Ants will eat you alive. Like, 3 feet, 4 feet tall, and they're weird because they're little bumps. They're like stalactites or whatever that just pop up out of the ground. They're terrifying.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, that's a fucking anthill. You don't mess with it. But they don't scare me though. So I'm nothing against you. You're fine. For me, you said yours. That's fine. For me, bees and or wasps.
Yeah, they're scary.
No, I do not fuck around with them. When I was little, elementary school little, possibly kindergarten little, like little, cannot stress little. Picking blackberries with my grandfather, stepped right on a hive. Did they swarm and sting me? Kind of. Where did they go? Right for my face.
Right.
I looked like the fucking Elephant Man. Like, boom! My lips, my face, everything swollen. My mother, who is deathly allergic, evidently I got some of that gene. Thanks. I mean, I didn't die, but they rushed me to the hospital. It was a hot mess. My face was fucked up for over a week. I would say weeks. Probably wasn't that long because I was little, so time.
Yeah.
But yeah, my face was all messed up. And I don't know, they're smart. Like, why'd they go for my face? But to this day, it's not even bees or wasps at this point. Like, as a grown-ass man in my 30s, flies scare me. Because if a fly buzzes by me and I don't know it's a fly, all I hear is something buzz, I freak the fuck out. Because I'm like, something's flying and it shouldn't be next to me. So that being said, like, anything flying around me, not a thing. I freak out. Like, I'm uncomfortable talking about it. But bees and wasps specifically, don't like them. Accidentally broke my nose one time because I was literally like in this house. I was walking from my house to my garage and a bee flew at me and I went to duck. And when I went to duck, I tripped and I smashed face first into my garage door. Mm-hmm. Like, my nose instantly exploded. Blood was everywhere. It was a hot mess. Like, I don't fuck around with bees. Mm-hmm. Not a thing. I will burn the house down.
My last job, I worked.
Is this a bee story?
No, it's not a bee story.
Okay, I was like, I don't want to hear it.
I worked in the shipping department, and it was me and like 3 other girls. They were scared to death of spiders.
Okay.
We had spiders come in, because we had a door right there. They wandered in. They'd freak out. I'd walk over there, pick up the spider, open the door, set him outside.
I just step on it. No, look that.
And if I see any in my house, if they're small enough, I'll pick them up and put them outside. But if they're bigger, I'll get some paper towel or toilet paper and kind of grab them.
Yeah, fling it.
Fling it outside.
I'm okay with spiders. Spiders don't bother me that much, except when I'm in the shower. Because there have been more than one time where I've like woken up 6 o'clock in the morning. I get in the shower. Obviously, I'm naked because I'm in the shower. I'm shampooing, so I'm naked and I'm slippery, and I look up and there's a spider. And I'm like, ah! And I'm sliding and I'm falling everywhere. Like, when you're naked and covered in soap, nope, spiders are not fucking happening. Not a thing. If I'm like walking in my house and there's like a little, okay, fine, I will deal with you. 6 o'clock in the morning, pre-coffee, naked and slippery, not dealing with spiders, not a thing. So everything has its balance.
Yeah.
So, like, half the people watching this have stopped watching because they're like, this is the dumbest fucking video of all time. And then half the people watching this are like, what? Like, it's a train wreck. Like, I can't stop. So it's kind of fun.
Yeah, it is.
So the Scarecrow, are you excited to see the Scarecrow again? Like, so keeping in mind, like you said, he's not really that scary. Mm-hmm. Keeping in mind, kids show in the 90s. Are you excited to see him again? Are you excited to see a live action Scarecrow?
Yeah, I'll be excited.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, because that book, the third book that I'm reading that you gave me, got the Scarecrow.
Okay. And I'm trying to give you little hint books.
Mm-hmm.
The fourth one, I don't know, we can kind of skip over a little bit. Last Laugh, The Return of the Joker. We've already talked about the Joker, so it's kind of great. But seeing Alfred being infected by the Joker gas.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. I like the Garbage Barge.
Yeah.
But stuff like that. That one was...
Yeah, and when Batman had the Joker hanging over the bridge.
Oh, yeah.
And
you won't let me burn.
And Batman pulled him up and saved him.
Mm-hmm. Which, I didn't talk about it. I forgot. The second episode, Christmas with the Joker. The Joker actually sings, Jingle Bells, Batman Smells, Robin laid an egg. Which I don't know if that came from this episode, or if that episode just sings it. Do you remember singing that or hearing that?
Yeah, I remember.
How far back do you remember that? Before 1992?
Yes.
Really?
Grade school.
Oh,
really? A long time ago, yeah.
Okay. I mean, honestly, I don't know how.
Used to sing it all the time.
The specifically the Batman Smells.
Robin laid an egg.
Okay. Didn't I have literally I mean, it is what it is. I did not know how far back that joke went.
Yeah.
The Batmobile lost its wheel and Joker got away.
Hey.
So I had no idea. So that goes back before this episode.
Yeah, back in the 70s, late
Okay.
60s, 70s.
Which, I mean, that was after the Adam West. So okay. So good to know, because I had no idea how old that was.
Yeah.
So it's interesting that the Joker in this adapts it and sings it then.
Right.
So that just makes that much better. 4 episodes into the animated series, a lot to go. A lot of episodes. What do you think so far? Because I've built it up so much because I love it so much. And that was my fear. I'm like, it's gonna be awful. It's gonna be absolutely terrible. I love it so much. Because that's Jordan. Jordan's like, you built it too much. Everybody's expecting greatness. So for the first 4 episodes,
I liked it.
You liked it?
I liked it.
It was good?
It was different, but I liked it.
Good. Okay. Any other closing thoughts?
No, let's go watch 4 more.
For this one specifically, is there a villain you're looking forward to seeing their interpretation of? One villain.
Penguin.
You're looking forward to the Penguin. Okay. I have no idea how long it is. We'll see the Penguin. We'll see anybody. We'll see everybody. I don't know how long it'll take, but we'll get there.
Okay.
So for those who have seen these 4 episodes or Batman the Animated Series, whoever just wants to talk, just comment. I'll comment back. We can have a conversation. It's great, especially drinking. Go ahead, let us know what you think, and we will see you guys next time for the next 4 episodes.